Evan. We'll start up here in the front.
Evan, 12 News, Lena Washington here. How did the day off feel for you? I know you said you were sore on Saturday, but is there a benefit to having a day off, or would you rather go back-to-back in a situation like this?
I mean, off days are nice for sure. I have my family here, and that's nice. But I think after the game, after the first game, there was quite a few of the guys in there that were kind of just chomping to get back onto the field. Especially when you can kind of put some tax on their bullpen, and those things matter in a long series. So the off days are nice as far as the body goes. Definitely enjoyed it, but at the same time probably would have liked to kind of try and ride that momentum into game 2.
And you talked about just the energy that the young guys kind of invigorated in you, but how impressive has it been for you to watch their development and how they come up in this moment? Carol, Alec, Gabby, what they've been able to do.
Really nice, man. Really, really happy for everybody on our team, and in particular those guys. I think I touched on it a little bit when we had the talk post game. The message from some of the guys that had been around and myself included was, for us to get where we want to be at the end of the season, our young guys were going to have to play a big role. They were going to be asked to do more, asked to step into big moments and do what they did for us all year. And they've not disappointed to this point into the postseason. Big hits from Gabby, from Corbin, from Alec. Big innings out of Fott and Ryan Nelson, and bullpen guys included. So I'm sure I'm missing some of them, but again, everybody that we've called on who has limited experience in the big leagues, Geraldo Perdomo, has stepped up and been huge for us.
A few more for Evan. Right up here in the front.
Hey, Evan, what's it been like for you just going from, I know you only got in, a couple games down the stretch in the last couple weeks, and now, being in the lineup every single day? Yeah,
it's been nice. Obviously thankful for the opportunity once again to play postseason baseball, to be a part of a team that's doing it, but also to, be in the lineup and be able to, contribute in any way I can. So, It's been as you play more games, I feel like personally the game starts to slow down a little bit more. Towards the end of the season, I was getting starts here and there, and at times it felt like the game was moving really fast, because it had been 3 or 4 days since I had an at-bat in a game, and so now, not that makes the game any easier, but I definitely feel like I'm more, in tune with the rhythm and the speed of the game, especially in the postseason, because it tends to speed up even more. More people in the stands, the moments get bigger. So, it's been nice to have that opportunity every day.
Bob, over here on the right.
Yeah, and piggybacking off that, with the way you're performing in the playoffs, playing every day, the way you feel, is a thing now where, hey, I want to stay a part of this. I want to keep playing bats this year.
I knew you were going to ask a question like that. Honestly, it's not something that recently I thought of. I'm trying to stay as present in the moment right now with this group this season as I can. I can't say yes or no. I think if you were putting me to it, I'd probably say I'd love to play another year. But again, it's going to be opportunity. I think the right opportunity. And this year I think has proven to me that with the right setting, I can still play pretty effectively. So if I get that opportunity again, we'll go through the same paces with my wife and my family and figure out what's best for our group. But this year has been nothing short of spectacular as a family and as a team, and I've just been really focused on kind of keeping that moving forward.
Jack down here in the front on the. Oh, sorry. We can start back there.
You mentioned some of the conversations that you had with the younger guys on this team at the beginning of the season. Given the lack of postseason experience that almost all those guys have, did you have any conversations like that either before the Milwaukee series or ahead of this series?
Yeah, look, I'm not a genius. I'm not, none of this is my doing. Look, they're going out there and performing. I think my job from the beginning of this whole thing has been to, be as even keel as I can, especially when the moments get big, and to try and be a sounding board for some of our guys who, may feel overwhelmed in the moment, or, may just have questions in general. So I take no credit for that. Tori's been really great at kind of steering the ship. You guys have heard, I'm sure, that the people that have been with us day in and day out, the multiple meetings we've had when things were going south, and, he kind of steered us back in the right direction. And so, not only me, but I feel like, Gallon and Merrill and Christian Walker and, all of our, Marte for some of the Latin-speaking guys, like the Spanish-speaking guys, like those guys have been, equally as important in, pulling guys aside or having an ear to some of our younger players, in moments like that. And it's been just a great collective effort overall. And I think that's a lot of the reason why we are where we are right now.
In this present moment, are you having as much fun as you did when you were younger? Is the nervous excitement that it's got to, you can keep even keel all you want, but it's got to be there, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm as excited as I've been, for a game. The playoffs is always fun. But it doesn't get any more special for me personally, obviously being home, being, born and raised here. I have my family here. And just, the opportunity and the things that we've overcome as a group this year, it makes it really, really fun. I think I touched on it a little bit in one of my interviews, maybe the other day or whatever, but the experience doesn't get any less fun. It just changes, right? Like as a young player, I'm experiencing the postseason and stuff like that in a different light than, 15 years later when I look at the joy in like a different way. I don't really know how to describe it other than like I get like this different kind of joy from like being around some guys who haven't been there before, or just, playing this different role that I had 10 years ago on the team and kind of just drawing a lot of satisfaction from that experience as well. So, different, but same energy, same excitement, same butterflies going into the game that I had, a long time ago.
Any last ones for Evan? Barry?
Longo, just following up on Jack, there's also the essence of it that you don't know what next year is going to bring, and this is the end of your career.
Yeah.
Does it make this even more special because you have to enjoy every moment?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like every time, well, probably past the first time that I made the playoffs, I don't think I knew what I was thinking the first time I made the playoffs, just excited. But I think every time you make the playoffs, it's like you always have that sort of like those moments during the game, going into the series. Like it's not so much an end of a career thing. It's like, you're playing, do or die baseball. And so, I think I try and kind of like savor every moment, take every moment in the playoffs and take little mental pictures and remember those things, just not for the sake of it being maybe my last year, but like just, the memories of being in a postseason again and enjoying that.
Simply 10 years ago, you could think about, this is going to repeat itself at some point. It's like, it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
But now, you don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I see your point. I know what you're getting at. I guess I'm not looking at it in that way right now. But if it happens to be, I'll have the memories in my mind, no matter what.
All right. Thanks a lot, Evan.
Okay. Thank you.